Hi, vacation rental owner or manager. Do you want a space that is highly bookable and where guests want to return again and again? That's what this episode will explain, and you can get a free printable that maps it all out for you. Keep listening. Hello, I'm Kara Shimizu, and I use specialized Airbnb decorating to be an integral part of marketing because how good or how bad your property's decor is directly correlates with how much revenue you earn. This episode is part 2 of how to achieve an Instagrammable rental that is really eye-catching online and that guests want to book and return again and again and have a wonderful experience like they have previously done. An awesome bonus today will be a free printable I've made for you about all of this, and I'll tell you how to get it at the end of the episode. Our previous episode finished off with some Instagrammable examples, so let's just start back up right there. Okay, an overarching principle about Instagrammable spaces is to make something in your STR bigger than life. So perhaps your biggest room could be an entire library filled with shelves and books. It could even be color coordinated, and it would be complete with some really comfy, colorful chairs where people can sit for hours and read. That's unusual. You know, it's unusual to have an entire large room be a library in somebody's house. Another bigger than life idea that you may have seen actually is what's called a living wall. It's a wall covered with plants, and it's amazing because typically you just see a plant sitting on its own. But here you'd make a huge mass of plants that are not in the ground, but on your vertical wall. Here's a pro tip. These plants don't have to be real. And in fact, I recommend fake plants because they're so much easier to maintain than real plants. And you avoid a guest having an allergic reaction, which does happen with some real plants. Okay, another different idea, different from the bigger than life, is a character. And do make it life size, not bigger than life necessarily, but make it a big size character. And you could use this as your mascot. Okay, here's an explanation. You may have heard me talk once or twice about a family that I know who goes to the same vacation rental every year because it has a life-size figure of Darth Vader. Your life-size character does not have to be a Darth Vader. It could be a life-size Barbie, an overstuffed dragon toy, and turn that into your mascot. A life-size character adds a fun and unexpected element to your rental. It's perfect for photos and gets talking and wanting to experience it and share it with their friends. Okay. Another specific way to get an Instagrammable space is to have a very oversized piece of art or a mural. Art makes a statement and it sets the tone for your rental. You can base an entire rental on a piece of art. And an oversized piece or mural is also a great way to reflect local culture or the vibe of your area. You actually could even make your own giant piece of art. Here's one way. Copy a splatter painting a la Jackson Pollock and make it enormous. Paint it on an entire wall or, 7/8 of a wall and frame it out. And bam, Instagrammable. Your goal here, what I'm trying to get across, is to have something in your rental that guests want to take pictures of. So make sure it's unique. A place where you could make an Instagrammable spot is outside. Have a very colorful outdoor space, for example. Don't forget the outdoors. A cozy patio with bright, fun furniture, a large outdoor rug, and string lights. That's perfect for evening photos. Guests love capturing themselves in the ambiance of a well-designed outdoor area, especially at golden hour. That can be so beautiful. So a great outdoor space. It takes living outside, which is unusual. It's Instagrammable. Normally we live inside, but an excellent outdoor area lets us live outside. It's fun and eye-catching. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk briefly on how to highlight Insta-worthy moments in your listing photos. Once you've incorporated Instagrammable elements, and in fact, I would say the second you get it done or the next day, it's essential to showcase them in your listing photos. In fact, it's probably good to make the Instagrammable space the first photo that potential guests see. Potential guests often book based on these first images. If they see something interesting, they'll click on it and they're liable to book it. So make these photos as eye-catching and appealing as possible. Ensure that your focal pieces are highlighted. Get photos from multiple angles to capture the room's best features. We also want to encourage guests, once they book your place, we want them to share on social media. That's a big part of this strategy. That is to maximize the marketing power of your design. So, encouraging your guests, I encourage you to make a custom hashtag. So, hashtag your rental name. Here's an example. If your space is called Dragon Central, it's kind of a play on Grand Central. If your place is called Dragon Central, yours would be hashtag Dragon Central. Then display little signs near your Instagrammable items that say, please post yourself on social media, plus, and then it's hashtag your rental name. And you could even offer some small incentives like discounts on future stays for guests who will post on Instagram and use your hashtag. It's a simple way to boost your property's exposure, and you don't have to spend a dime. All right, it's also important to maintain your Instagrammable look. Keep your rental looking fresh and really eye-catching requires maintenance. Make sure everything looks as good in person as it does online. I've seen people complain about that in their reviews, that this doesn't look that great in person. Why doesn't it look like the pictures online? You want guests to have the same wow moment in person that they had when they saw your listing. So don't hesitate to refresh your Instagrammable decor every few months, especially if you notice wear and tear. An updated and clean space leads to glowing reviews and therefore more bookings and more revenue for you. Okay, to recap, an Instagrammable space is unique and memorable. Those are the operative words, unique and memorable. By creating an Instagrammable STR, you're not just offering a place to sleep, you're offering that experience that guests will want to share. And when you incorporate fun focal pieces, maintain a clean and updated look, and encourage your guests to share their stay on social media, you can increase your property's visibility, bookings, revenue, all those good things. This is an investment that definitely will pay you back. Your happiness and financial success is worth investing in your space. And if you follow these tips, you'll create a successful rental. I'm sure of it. And guests will love it, share it, and want to return again and again. You can snag that printable that goes along with this episode at our website, www.vrdecor.co/free resources. I'll also put that link in the show notes. That printable, when you get there to the website, it's called the Insta-worthy STR, and it has clickable links to the actual items I recommend. All right, that's it for today. I look forward to the next episode. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Step Up Your STR. If you enjoyed today's tips, share this episode with other STR owners and keep an eye out for upcoming shows. And in one of those, we will dive into luxury amenities that can command higher rates in your rental. I look forward to talking again next time.